I forgot to get that off there. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Oops. Let me do one thing real quick. All right. There we go. And it's Saturday morning. Saturday morning. It is a good day. The sun is shining here. And not that I can tell by looking, my blinds are closed. I didn't open my blinds yet. Um, but I can see up here, I can see the sun shining on the truck. So the sun is shining, and it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. So I'm not drinking coffee, but I am still a two-fisted drinker because I got my sweet tea here. I guess I better look and see if I got some ones. I do. Okay. I got my sweet tea here, and of course, my water over here. That's what I'm going to be working on during this live. It's my sweet tea and my water. Let's see who's here. I see Lily T. Good morning. The Crafty Gypsy. Good morning. Kings Gold, New York. Good morning. Good morning. And Christina, the Dyson's Crazy Adventures. Good morning. Thank you all so much for being here. Yeah. Good to see you all. Absolutely. So this craft hour is going to be a morning talk. I am not crafting this morning. I am in a lot of pain, and I am just going to take it easy. So anyone who was here specifically for crafting, my apologies. And I understand if you don't want to stay. But for those of you who don't mind just sitting around and having a chat while I'm recuperating, thank you for staying. And no hard feelings either way. Yeah, so my pain is traveling. It's in my back now. I mean, it's still everywhere it was, but now it's also in my back. So today I'm moving a little slower and just taking it easy. So, I've had this bad wrist for a while, and I'll tell you what happened. But I'm not looking for any lectures or ways not to have this happen. I have lupus and I have fibromyalgia, and I have a list of a total of 10 other things that affect me, and several of them cause balance issues. So it's totally due to balance issues, okay, from those other things. But I fell. And even though you know what you're supposed to do when you fall, it's a different story when it's happening and you fall. So, of course, I caught myself like this. So this wrist is even more messed up than it was. It jolted my whole body, so I'm sore everywhere on this side. Yay! So I'm getting over that slowly. It just happened a couple days ago, and so I'm still in the very, very sore stage of the situation, but it'll get better. And I'll be back to crafting next Saturday, and all will be well. Let's see here. Christina says, we are twins, Ava. I hurt from head to toes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Donuts for breakfast. Oh, this would be a good donut day. But you know what I've got? And I'm not pushing this brand. I'm not sponsored. I'm just showing you what I've got. I've got raisin cinnamon bread, and I see Thomas Sam's music in there. You can tell Mom I've got cinnamon raisin bread. There's Tom right there. Thanks for being here. How is Grandma? They just got home last night. She just got home from the hospital last night, and he's worn out. He spent a lot of time, most of that time at the hospital with her, and I'm very grateful for him and that he was there. And he had me on video call, and it was just like being there. I know it wasn't just like I was there for Mom, but for me, it was just like I was there because I got to hear the doctors and the nurses, and anytime there were updates, he would just, I wouldn't even say hello. He would just call me, and I'd hear them talking, and so I would just listen. And so that was great. And thank you for that, Tom. Thank you very much. He says she's doing better. I'm keeping a close eye on her today. Lily says I always hurt. Yeah, and here's part of my pain therapy right here. Are you my little therapy dog? Here's part of my pain therapy right here. This little guy in the past 24 hours has torn up and destroyed 2 ink pens. He showed up, I think I was live, and he showed up with ink on his forehead. Yep, he just destroyed an ink pen then too. He loves ink pens. And even though he's little, I measured him. What were you? How tall were you? I forgot. Let's see. How tall are you? Even though he is only, hold on, we're going to measure you. He is only 8 inches tall. This boy can get a hold of stuff you wouldn't think he could reach. I don't know how he does it. I know he bounces. He'll stand up and bounce on his back legs. So I don't know how he's getting my pens. He chewed up my favorite pencil, Eversharp pencil. I don't know. Do they still call them Eversharps? What do they call them now? We always called them Eversharps because you click it and more lead comes out. So it was always sharp. That's what they were originally called. That's how old I am. I don't know what they call them now. Mechanical pencils now, I guess. Mechanical pencils. But here's my Eversharp pencil. And he chewed it up. And it's my favorite one. So I taped it back together. And I'm going to use it as long as I can. Because it's my favorite. Now, it doesn't feel the same anymore. He destroyed the little gripper part that made it so comfortable. But it still works. And I'm going to hold out. This one I don't like. I don't like it. But it's my backup. What do I use those for? I use those for my charts. Here, I'll have to show you. I'll show you. It's not, now I graduated from a spiral notebook, y'all. To this for organizing my YouTube channels and things. And in this tab is where I schedule my lives. So there's all my weekly lives right there. And when I've scheduled them, I highlight them so I know they're done. And then here is the chart I just finished for my relaxation channel. So I write them in pencil because occasionally I don't get them scheduled on time, and so I just write them in 2 lines at a time. So like here's the current one here, I'm live 5 times a day on that channel. Okay, so yes, this is necessary to keep my sanity and stay organized. So there, yes, right there. I just write them in 2 lines at a time. That way, if maybe I didn't get one scheduled, then I can just erase it and move them where I need them to be. So I do all of that with this pencil. With this pencil right here. So I need that pencil. Well, let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Didn't mean to leave that up there, Lily. Sorry, I got to talking. Lily says, I'm glad you were there with Grandma. Glad she's home. Tom is a great kid, a.k.a. man. Yes, he is a man, but Tom, to your mom, you are always our kids. And that's what Christina is referring to. Oh. Little turkey. Yep. This guy is a little turkey. Can you gobble? Gobble, 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 gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. He's like, Mom, are you all right? What is going on? Oh, hey, look at that. We have a new member. Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's get over here and find our celebration music. I need to add it over here to this side too. But we'll just come over there. And where is it? Here it is. All right. Thank you, Christina. Welcome aboard. All aboard. Oh my goodness. We are so grateful for all of our members, and we just think y'all are incredible. So we have Patreon members, and then we have channel members. And if you're a channel member, it shows, I don't really know what that little symbol even is. To me, it looks like back in the day, yes, this is how old I am. Back in the day when we had our record players and we were playing our little 45 records, and you had that adapter thing you put in the middle so you could put it on the little spindle and it would play one and drop another one, and then that little thing. That's what that looks like to me. The center of the 45 record player record adapter that you put so you could put it on the spindle, put that arm over, and then it would play one, drop the next one, play it, drop the next one, play it. Then you could put like 5 on there. That's what it always makes me think of. Now, I don't know if it's like officially stands for something here or not. I don't know. But anyway, you'll see that. That signifies that that person is a channel member. And the wrench, of course, are our moderators who watch our chat and keep it a friendly place to be, right? So we appreciate our moderators as well. So anybody know if that actually stands for something? I don't know. I do not know. And now Christina has one. She has that little record player adapter right there by her name. Oh, not a new member. Just had to update my card. I wonder why it says that. It says new member. I don't know. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. All right. Well, let's see here. There's Rose right there. I missed you if you were in there before. Sorry about that. Sometimes I scroll too fast. I need to slow down. But I saw somebody say, hi, Rose. Rose says, I refer to hubby and father-in-law as the boys, right? Absolutely. All right. Let's see. Oh, I see member emojis. The channel members have access to our channel emojis. I can't say that word. Oh, I've had that happen so many times. I forget. I'll forget my card's going to expire, and then I forget what I've updated and what I haven't. Get off of there. You're not going to eat my whole loaf of raisin bread. I better move this. He's looking at it. Move over there. He's like, Mom. Oh, you hadn't said hi yet. Okay, so I didn't miss you. Well, let's see. I wonder. Oh, no. That was my holder holding my notebook and my scissors, which I'll put up. They don't need to fall down again. Let's see. That was room 1. Okay. Let me write this down. Okay. Oh, I left my other phone in the other room. How rude. Lily says, Stevie, good morning, little fella. I moved the bread. The bread's not over there anymore. Look how sad he looks. It's like, it was there. Where'd it go? It's not on that side either. I moved it. So you couldn't tear it up and eat it all. You don't need a whole loaf of bread. I'll share when I eat some. I don't think he believes me. Tom says, when I met Stevie, he barked at me the whole time. Stevie has to get to know people. Like if someone comes for lessons and Doug's not here to babysit and Stevie's in here, he'll bark at them and he won't let them pet him, but it has to be on his terms. So as we're sitting there and we're doing the lesson, then he will come up and sniff you and he will sniff your hand, and then before long you can pet him, but it has to be on his terms. He's one of those kind of dogs, right? But he's also the kind of dog, if someone just walks up and says, oh, can I pet him? I have to say no, because I don't know that he would accept that without snipping at him, because it has to be on his terms. And those were not somebody running over and getting in his face. Even though he's cute and he's little, he doesn't like it. But Chihuahuas can be that way. But I've met Chihuahuas that loved everybody. And I've met Chihuahuas that didn't. I've met Chihuahuas that were a one-person only dog. And then like him, he loves everybody. When Mom was here, I'd say, let's go see Grandma. And he'd go run into her door. He loved his entire household. Christina says, I would have tried to cuddle him the whole time. Yay! Dinah got into orchestra this year. Yay! That's exciting. That is so exciting. That makes me happy. Yeah. Well, you know what happens when we're happy around here. So here we go. This is for Dinah. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Let's take that off of there. We're going to be over here frequently enough. We'll just take that off. So, Congratulations, Dana. All right. So it is 74 degrees right now, you guys. In August is 74 degrees. Last night we were in the 50s. In August, we were in the 50s for our low. Today our high is going to be what? I just saw it. 78. So we're almost to our high for the day. And tonight it's going to be 56. So it's going to be in the 50s again. So we sleep at night. We sleep with our AC off, the windows open, and the attic fan on at night. And we covered up with sheets last night. We didn't need a blanket per se, but we definitely covered up with our sheets last night. But it felt good. It felt really good. So it was a good thing. So what's the weather like over there? Where you're at? Christina says, my neighbor's dog got his first cherry tomatoes. He got it and took off with it. He is a Chihuahua. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're ornery, that's for sure. I think orneriness is just part of their personalities. Oh, she also got into Art 1. Yes. Yes. And it is 67 where Lily is and cloudy. Rose says she's at 76.6 right now. Oh, we went up a degree. We're 75 now. I'm catching up with you, Rose. Catching up with you, Rose. And it looks like we're going to be in the 80s most of the next week coming up, with lows in the 70s and 60s, high 60s. So interesting weather. Christina at Dyson's Crazy Adventure says 83 feels like 93, already in the high of 91. Wow. Yeah, it must be humid where you are. Our humidity right now, because of the cooler air, really dropped. But it's been so hot and humid, you just open the door and you just feel something melt off, right? It might have been your nose or your ear, whatever you stuck out the door, it just melts. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to be a good day. We may or may not go look at the tractors at the fair. I'm not sure if I'm going to feel up to walking, but we'll see. Doug mentioned that last night, so we'll see what happens. There's Carol Walters. Good morning. 73 and cloudy. Lily says it feels good here right now. That's good. 22% humidity. There's Bob. Hello. Thank you for being here. Oh, I bought that lamp right there. I bought that lamp at an antique store about 8 years ago, maybe. It's been longer than I think, right? But I really like it, and it's one of those that has the three I want to say speeds, but the 3 settings where it's a little bit of light, a medium light, and then a really bright light. So thank you. Up there's Lily reminding us that if you type this exclamation point awesome with no spaces, then ta-da! Nightbot will drop your channel link. It won't be a specific video link, but it will be a link to your channel so people can go check out your channel. So I encourage everybody who's in the chat to do that so people can meet new channels and find new channels that they enjoy watching, because that's what YouTube's all about, right? It's watching videos and having fun. And they got an annoying fly over here right now. All right, let's see here. I'm just going to put this here because I'm moving slow and it'll just make it easier for me. So if you see this in the chat, that's just me marking my place so I know where I left off without having to figure it out. That's hard for me today. Some days are harder than others, and this one is about past medium hard. Time for some tea. My throat's dry. So I was on the phone with Tom, and I'm like, live in 20 minutes. Do you think that's enough time for me to put my tea kettle on and make a pitcher of tea? So we tested that theory, and at 1 minute to go, I was just pouring this glass of tea. So I made it. Let's see. Oh, yes. Christina says I get to take my blanket Monday after work to the fair. Then can't pick it up until the 11th. I'm so excited for you to get to have that in the fair. That is amazing. That is amazing. Woohoo! Lily's rooting for you. We all are. I can't wait. That is going to be so fun. You're nervous about it. It's okay. Hey, it turned out fabulous. And you love it, and we all love it, and everybody is going to love it. Everybody's going to love it. All right, let me get over here. All right, so what's up, everybody? What's going on? Well, here's a couple of things that are going to be going on. That was hard to say. Wednesday, the 13th of August, is going to be Show and Tell Day. And Show and Tell Day is something we do on our morning talk. We have morning talk with Ava on Monday mornings and Wednesday mornings. And so it'll be for that, for morning talk with Ava. What? It's okay. We have neighbors, and they make noises. It's okay. Okay, so the August 13th will be Show and Tell Day, and you mail your pictures that you want to share for Show and Tell to our email at Ava Potterfield and Friends at gmail.com. I try to put that everywhere so that it's easy to find. It's in our About section. It's in the description of all of our videos, all of our lives. In the description, it's in there. I say always, I mean 98% of the time. Oh, it's a mower guy. I see the truck. It's okay. Yes, you're good. He's watchdogging. He's a good watchdog. Stop. I said okay. It's okay. No. Hey. Hey. Quit it. Quit it. Are you done? He says no, he's still out there making noise. Okay, he's driving away right now. He's gone. He's gone. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Show and Tell on the 13th. And then on the 27th will be Challenge Day, and I don't know what the challenge is yet. I'll have to think about that over the weekend, and I'll let you know Monday morning. And we have a lot of fun with those two things. Always enjoyable and a lot of fun. Should we watch a moon video? Let's do it. Let's get over here and watch a moon video. Dun, 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 dun. This number 2. Oh, it's a blue moon. Okay, so our camera. Dog, stop. No. Our camera has two different settings. Of course, it has the regular, what you see is what you get, right? Camera that just focuses on it. But we also have two color filters. So we have a red filter and a blue filter right in the camera. So this was taken with my blue filter turned on. All right, awesome. I enjoy this so much. Now, yeah, we're photographers and we do moon photography and we have so much fun with it. And sometimes we get a picture, we capture something, and we're like, we can't believe we took that picture. But what it comes down to is it's not about us. It's about the camera and what the atmospheric conditions are on any given day. Because sometimes when it's a nice clear night, that camera will focus and we're like, oh my gosh. And other nights there'll be gunk in the atmosphere and the camera won't even focus at all because there's just too much going on. And so when we get those really good nights, we're just so excited. We're so excited. So y'all know, you've seen my flowers, and I have a wild flower garden that I grow for the bees and the monarchs and the other butterflies to come around. There are lots of insects that need flowers to survive. So I always plant a wild flower garden. Now, what I'm doing here is I did not zoom in. It never does it justice holding it up like this, but there's our house. Can you see how tall these plants are? They are. I wish you could see it. It's a pretty picture and you can't even see it. There it is. That's better. So I've got purple cone flowers in there. I had daylilies when they were blooming. They're done now. I have the little black-eyed Susans there. I have white coneflowers in there. And this really tall stuff, that's super, 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 super tall, is going to be goldenrod. Yes, I'm allergic to goldenrod, but the bees need it because it blooms in the fall. It's one of the last flowering flowers that you see, and they need it. So I grow it. And you'll see I have some grasses in there because I love foxtail. Foxtail is a type of grass with that plume that leans over. It just brings back childhood memories to me of the fields and being so pretty. So I have it there. But then here's some more. And right now in the beginning, the first thing that blooms are the purple cone flowers. So it's just a sea of purple cone flowers in the beginning. Then those little yellow daisies start blooming and it becomes a sea of yellow with purple cone flowers in it. And so there's some close-ups like you're used to seeing. This doesn't show the colors this way, and then there's some more with the purple cone flowers and the yellow. There's some more. I'll have to load these and show them on Monday so you can see them better. But anyway, so this is what you usually see, pictures like this. So I didn't have one where it was just a picture of, and there you can see maybe, I mean, here's the flowers and there's our house back there. They're really, really tall. And so that's why in the beginning of spring, especially this year, why I have to really watch so that they don't get mowed down by the mowers, because until they start blooming, I'll say it just looks like a bunch of tall weeds. But I know they're going to be beautiful. And so I guard them with everything I've got to protect them from the mowers. And then I have a neighbor who, if the mower didn't get him, he thinks he needs to go get him. And they're in my yard. So I start getting a little, and so this year I put a fence around him because he mowed into him a little bit 2 times in a row. And I'm like, he's just going to keep going in a little further and a little further. I see what he's doing. And so I put up a fence. Well, I say Doug. I made the honeydew list and he put up a fence to protect my flowers. And I'm like, I have seen this person get off the mower and move what I've put there. So I also want some cement blocks right there. So the purpose of that was, if he had enough to move, I could get there before he got it done. Right? And tell him, And when you're a woman and this finger comes out, oh my, you better listen. And don't argue about it either. All right? Am I right? Yes. So, yeah. But he didn't move them. He stopped. The first time he stopped and he looked at it. And then he looked up at the house and he looked at it. And then he went around it. I was watching. So, but then they start blooming. And then everybody's like, oh, but it's like every year they forget. Oh, that's a bunch of weeds. I would think they would think, oh, that looks like a bunch of weeds, but I remember those are going to be gorgeous flowers. In my head, that's what they should be thinking every spring. But it never works out that way. So I just guard them till they start blooming, and then people back off. They realize what it is. And they go. So this year I was going to cut down some of that goldenrod. I'm still going to trim a little bit because it's worked its way all the way to the front of the flower garden, and I want it in the back of the flower garden. But I read an article, and the prairies are disappearing, and the bees are kind of in trouble right now. So they're encouraging everyone and anyone to do is, even if you're in town, have a little part of your yard that you don't mow that can just be flowers for the bees, because they travel, and they need, the ones that travel need food for their route. The ones that have hives, they need to be able to stock that thing as much as they can for the winter. And they're asking, even if you're in an apartment, have some flowers in a pot that you sit outside or put on your balcony that the bees can find to help them survive. So I have not, as of yet, cut down any of my goldenrod, because they said goldenrod is so important because it's the last thing to bloom. So please don't cut down goldenrod, they said. So now I'm like, my conscience won't let me go out there and trim them, but I'm going to have to, because what will happen is they'll overgrow all my other flowers, and I don't want that to happen. All right, let's get back over here. Here it is right there. So now I know right where I left off. And we're talking about Christina's gnome blanket that she crocheted out of granny squares. That may have been someone at my door. Hold on. Notice no dog alarms. Oh, now you bark. What happened? Were you sleeping? It must just be the neighbor on their porch. No one at my door. Yes, record the process. Absolutely. Pippi turns 2 in a few days. Darling Pippi. That doesn't seem possible. She was just a puppy yesterday. There's Christina dropping her channel link. And a ta-da! Hey, there's Tom dropping his channel link. And, oh, ladies, we got him doing it right. Ta-da! And there you go. There's Amanda just chilling. Good morning. Everybody saying hellos. Woo! Blue moon emojis. Christina says, it's not just the camera. It takes you too. You need to know the in and out of your camera. Thank you for that. Thank you. I have not seen any monarch butterflies yet. Have you? I was just thinking yesterday, isn't it time? I know they are, like, I don't know if they're on the endangered list or not, but if not, they're close to being. And it's because of loss of habitat. The prairies are disappearing, and that's where all of the milkweed grows wild, is out on the prairies and in the farm fields. And I grow milkweed, to some people's dismay. But I grow milkweed in a certain part of my yard for the monarch butterflies, and I always have monarchs out there. But I haven't seen any this year. Yes, Rose has the caterpillars, the monarch worms. One year, one of them made a cocoon on one of my flower pots, and boy, I guarded that, and it survived being in a bad location. And they've really taken off this year. They're not new anymore. My white coneflowers did come back. But they're on the back row. But I thought they were going to get really tall, like the purple coneflowers do, and they didn't. They're like 12 inches tall, and my other ones are like 4 feet tall. I'm 5'1", and my goldenrod towers over the top of me. It just towers over me. And some of those yellow, I need to take a picture of myself standing there. The yellow flowers are way over the top of my head. And the ones that are low have been blown over. As long as they're still blooming, I leave them there. Sometimes I tie them up together, but I haven't done that yet. The purple coneflowers are about done, though. They are about finished blooming. They're fading. I'm always sad to see them go. But this year, I'm going to plant all of those purple coneflower heads are going to get planted back into the garden. And I have learned what works best for me. And what works best for one person is not what works best for another person. And it doesn't mean that it's the right way to do it, okay? I'm not claiming any of that. I'm saying what has worked best for me is to just, when that head goes to seed, I bury the whole head. And what that does is it gives me a clump of coneflowers in one place that just look beautiful. Now, I also scatter some, and that's where they're like here and there throughout the garden. But I really prefer the look of the planted head that grows up like in a cluster. That's the right word. Grows in a cluster. And then I have a cluster here and a cluster there. And it's just like a super shot of beautiful flowers, right? So I'll be doing both. But that's what I prefer. Christina has melons growing in the vine. Oh, awesome. I hear Buddy. I'm going to let Buddy out. Good morning, Buddy. Hello. Come on out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get out. Okay, I gotta give him some clean pants. So hold on. This is the diaper drawer. You get out of his crate. Okay, so these are diaper wraps for boy dogs. They just wrap right around him. Easy to put on. All right, here we go, big boy. All right. And there's Mr. Buddy. Come here. I'm not going to chase you to get you. If you want up here, come here. Come here. I'm going to stay down there. Now he wants up here. There's Buddy. Hi, Buddy. Buddy Boo. Come on, get up here. I reach for him and he goes away. All right. Melons on the vine. Nice. Come on. Get up here if you're getting. Come here. Come on. Get up here. I don't have any food. I'm just holding him. There we go. Now I got two chihuahuas. Chihuahuas. There we go. There we go. One likes kisses. One not so much. He leans away. He's like, ah. Ew, kisses. They're goofy. You want in the back? Here you go. Let's switch in the back. There you go. There you go. All right. He's in the chair behind me. He's all nice and snug back there. And he'll lay there all day. Rose saying hi to everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, so you got a combination pack. Nice. There's cantaloupes and watermelons. Nice. Right? Exactly. I don't know why they don't just remember. Oh, your double red daylily is blossoming today. See, of course, we live in different areas. My daylilies just finished blooming, so they won't be blooming anymore till next year. But I always enjoy them, and you've got doubles. Beautiful. Christina says, I have flowers, but no goldenrod. Doesn't it sound beautiful? The double lilies are just gorgeous. Let's see. Do I still have any pictures of my double lilies? I don't remember if I do or not. Let's see. I went through and deleted a bunch of stuff in my picture parts. Nope, not there. Let's see. So, like, when you see a bunch of them together like that, those are some I planted the head in the ground and they grow in a cluster like that. Let's see. Nope, I took them out of there too. One more place to look. Oh, shoot. Nope, I took them out. I have some double orange lilies that grow in the front garden, and I just deleted all my flower pictures to make room for show and tell and challenge pictures. Yeah. The only show and tell and challenge pictures I keep loaded are my own. Everybody else's get deleted after that, because I don't want to ever use anything without permission accidentally, because it's here in my library, right? Because those pictures are for show and tell and for challenge day, and then it's over. And I click through these things showing you stuff all the time, and that way I don't accidentally show something that isn't mine or that I don't have permission to use. And it works. It works. All right, let's see. Now, where was I? Okay, it's right there. Christina says, I've only seen grasshoppers and dragonflies. Oh, dragonflies are awesome. They eat mosquitoes. Oh, yes. I'm always happy to see. I'm not happy to see grasshoppers because they eat our plants. But I'm always happy to see dragonflies, right? And having said that, I don't see as many grasshoppers as we used to see. I mean, as a kid growing up, we'd go out and catch grasshoppers, right? And I can go walk that whole yard sometimes and not see a single grasshopper. Lily has seen lots of flies. Oh, Rose had a cocoon on a door frame once. Buddy, sweet boy. He is a sweet boy. I love dragonflies. They are beautiful, but they bite really hard. I've never been bitten by a dragonfly. I bet they would bite hard. They're big. Buddy heard you say raisin bread. He loves raisin bread. Lily says, Sandra's lilies are done for the year. Let's see here. I have a video of my flower garden that I'm going to be posting, and I think I ended up getting some close-ups, but it was a video of the garden as a whole, so you could see how tall it is. I didn't get in there because I was behind the camera, but I just love it. I love it. And I love it even when it just looks like a bunch of weeds, because I know what it's going to be. I know it's going to be glorious, right? And that's why you've heard me say every spring, it's a mess, but I'm not going to weed it yet, because it has to get to a certain point to where I can tell, because there's no flowers. I have to recognize the foliage and the leaves and the stems, the fuzzy stems, and it has to get to a certain point, which is at least about a foot tall, maybe a foot and a half tall, before I can even really identify and tell what are weeds. And I don't want to pull my flowers. I work too hard to maintain that flower garden, and I don't want to pull flowers. So by the time it gets a foot and a half tall, it's like, it all looks like weeds. Well, no, it isn't. So from now on, I'll just put my fence up earlier in the process, and it'll be all right. It will be all right. Yes. Oh, no. Christina found more blooms and Indrot on my first tomato turning red. Oh, no. No. Tomato plants can be moody. They can. But boy, I love the flavor of homegrown tomatoes. Although I have to say, our grocery store right now is bringing in fresh tomatoes, and they're good from the store. They're good from the grocery store right now. Let's see. Where's my tea? There it is. Aha! Yes, I seem to only be reaching for the tea, but when the tea's gone, I got to finish that water before I can have any more tea. That's a self-imposed rule. Yes, tomato plants are very particular about your watering schedule. They don't want too much water. They feel neglected if you don't water at the same time every day. And yeah, she says it also can be a lack of calcium. Yeah. Oh, the gardening. Now, I didn't have a vegetable garden this year. We do have pumpkins growing because we didn't get to, this life happened last time, and that's when we were, mom was in the hospital and had her surgery, and we were getting ready to have her move in for a while. And we bought our pumpkins, but we didn't ever carve them. So we just enjoyed them out in the yard as decoration. This year, by golly, we plan to carve some pumpkins. So we're growing some. And pumpkins are really moody too. They're moody like those tomato plants. It's like, you got to be consistent. You got to water enough. You can't water too much. They get angry. They can be growing, and all of a sudden they wither up, and the pumpkin just withers up and down and dies. It can be like this big and just wither down and die, and you're like, I was going to carve that. But I don't, that's a technical term in my garden. I don't know if it is in yours. That means, oh no, something went wrong. Yeah. So, yeah, it hopefully we have at least 2 pumpkins out of the deal. Hopefully. All right. They want what they want when they want it. That's right, Amanda. That is so correct. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm excited about my flowers, and even though by the time August gets here, my coneflowers are winding down for the season and they're starting to fade, and I'll take some pictures of my fading ones too because they're still beautiful. They're getting ready to go to seed when that starts, and so it's a sad time because they're fading, but it's an exciting time because they're getting ready to go to seed and I get to plant more. So I'm excited about that. And I've got some flowers in there that I need to take out and relocate them to their own place because the wild flowers, like there's some daylilies in there, there's some Easter lilies in there, that it's time to move them out of there. and give them their own place to be so they can be seen, and they'll bloom longer if they're not all covered up, because they're down in the shade part, right? They're in the cover. And they're like, where's the sun? But I'll get that taken care of this fall. Christina says, I just think they're mad at me because I've missed a day of watering due to being sick. Lily has a gardening technical term. It's, crap, got knocked over again. I'm laughing, but I know it's not funny when it happens. Just like it's not funny if you hear me go, ah, out in my garden. Oh my gosh. We'll just have to share this emoji. It's actually a dog toy. Yeah, that's that one when you hear Stevie going to town on something. Here he comes. It's this. You want your toy? Here you go. You can have it. I squeaked it. You can have it. There you go. He came to get it. He knew that was his. He's taking it to his bed. He'll probably commit squeaking here in a minute. Oh my goodness. Well, y'all, I know we didn't do any crafting, and my apologies for that. But like I said in the beginning, I was just hurting too bad today to even try. My thinking is not clear, and I'm slow moving, but it's still going to be a good day. It's still going to be a good day. Lily says Pippi had some of those, and she loved them until she tried to eat them. Yeah, like we had given Mojo his own tennis shoe. So he'd leave our shoes alone, because that does work. You call it a toy, and he'll know it's his. But then, okay, if you're a dog person, this won't be gross to you. If you're anybody else, this will be gross. And if you want to plug your ears, you don't have to listen, okay? But the dog people will get this. One day, he was trying to poop, and I saw something unfamiliar. So I investigated, and it was a piece of fabric off that tennis shoe. So that's the day his shoe got taken away because he had decided to begin to eat it. And I can't have that. So he lost his shoes, but he still has all of his other squeaky toys and those, I forget what they're even called, loveys, his loveys. He still has his loveys and his ropes, and he's got plenty of toys, but they were chewing on shoes really bad, so I just donated my oldest pair of tennis shoes to the toy as a toy dog solution, called it a toy, and that was fine. Now Stevie will run off with your shoes. He's bad about that, and what he likes to do is go in your shoe and pull out the insole and chew it up. Yeah, he's creative that way. Christina's working on a baby blanket. Nice. Hey, there's New York Gal. Hello, thanks for being here. Yep, Pippi has had that with pieces of rope, so no more ropes. So far, the ropes are all intact. I do check their toys. Every few days, I check their toys because I have to collect them and put them in their toy box, and I look them over. And if I notice there's parts missing of something, then I just get rid of it, because obviously they're chewing it up, and it's possible they're swallowing it. So if I notice that, it's gone. Pippi used to take our shoes. I'm waiting for these guys to grow out of that stage. That'll be nice. Hopefully they do. Oh, Christina says, I have to watch my yarn close due to Shadow likes to eat the yarn and then run around the house with it hanging out the back end. I know. I used to have a beagle that did that. Right? Yeah, it's funny till you're trying to catch them and help resolve the situation. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. See, I knew if there were dog and animal people in here, they would understand. Now, I don't know how many people I ran off with that topic, but no matter what, always remember that you're amazing. That is awesome. You guys are amazing, and you brighten my days, and I'm so thankful for every single one of you. Absolutely. She's one of the cats. Yeah, my cats never ate the yarn, but they would run off with it and make a huge mess. Stevie likes to take the skein of yarn, and he can care less about this end. He goes for right here and pulls it out the middle. He is something else. And I spent 3 hours untangling one of those because I'm like, I'm not about to throw that yarn away. That was a whole skein of yarn. So I put on a Netflix movie and I sat there that whole time because I thought, well, if my attention's up here on the movie, I won't get so frustrated with what I'm doing here. And it worked mostly. As much as it could when you're untangling yarn. But I only had to cut off like a foot at the end. I reached a tangle and I'm done. And I cut it. But that's better than throwing away the whole skein of yarn. And it took the whole movie and another show to get that done. Right? It just don't come out on its own. I know. And they don't always appreciate the help either. The cat tied 4 chairs together. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys make my day. That is so funny. That is so funny. I've been there. Now, I've not had 4 chairs tied together, but I've been the one pulling. Yes. Doug's been the one holding them. Hold them still. Hold them still. Don't let them bite me. Because they don't always appreciate it much at all. And then you get the dirty look when you're done. You get the dirty look. And then they walk off all mad. Right? All right, guys. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. I always appreciate it. And you all make my day. You light up my life. You don't just make my day. You light up my entire life with your presence and your friendship. And I don't take that for granted. I appreciate every single one of you so very much. So much for eating grass. Yep. Grass will do it too. Absolutely. Always remember that you are amazing and that I'm going to end with my other intro, that you're appreciated and that you matter. You matter. And that I see you. I see you. And I appreciate you so much. So much. And I want the best for you. Yes, I just snorted snot. Sorry, I did it before I realized. That's kind of gross. It's one of those days. Sleeping with the windows open does not make my allergies happy. But back to what I was saying. Just never forget that you're awesome. And if you're struggling, that you are not alone. He's found that squeaky toy. So many of us struggle with so many things on any given day. And no matter what your struggle is, even though some people's struggles are huge and some people's struggles are small, when it's your struggle, it's big, right? It is. So always know that you're not alone. And if you are struggling, please, 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 just hang on with all you've got, because you never know which day is going to be the day things get better. So hang on with all you've got and never give up. You're never alone. Never give up. Love y'all. Have a good rest of the day.